Alright guys, welcome back. This is our daily preview of our trades from the live trading room. My name is Joshua Kerman, head trade analyst here at Trading Forums. Let's quickly get into our trade room. This was our trade room today. These are the three main charts that we were looking at. It was the Russell, the NQ, and the YM. Let's start with the Russell, see what we did here today and how it worked out for us. Alright, we started off the day. Again, we don't take trades till about 10 o'clock in the morning. We let the market kind of settle down. Did have our first signal fire off right here, and for a long position, the moving average did turn blue again, but we had quite a strong resistance overhead, so we didn't take the trade in this area. We wanted to see a clear break. After passing the moving average, we did see a nice reversal back to the moving average. Moving average did stay blue, moving up. So that worked out nice. And once we saw that our trend line was intact, and it was just a bounce right off the trend line, we got an entry right above the previous high for a long position. Took that right up to our first candle, our yellow reversal candle. That's part of our indicators here. On our entry, we did look back, and if you can see, our main indicator did flash a green up move past the move. Same thing right here, everything was green, and our squeeze indicator was just turning green, full green right here on this candle. We did have the dots turning green here, so there was a good indication that this will move up again. Right off the bounce here, we took it up, took it for about 23 ticks until our first reversal candle over here. And if you can see, it worked out well because after the word it just went a little flat. So we got out right at the reversal candle as soon as that popped through. Got 23 ticks on that nice breaker up ETF 001 indicator, and worked out perfectly. Right after that, we went into a bit of a consolidation area. Again, our trend line was broken at this point, and it went into a flat zone. Did put a new trend line going down once these 2 points came about, and we saw that we had a nice couple of fired off signals for a short, as you can see up here. What we do at that point is, even though it fires off, we always look for a second confirmation. We look at our indicators, we look at our volume, and so on. And at that point, again, we were seeing what was happening, and we waited for a full confirmation. Did turn red for a little while, but again, it went back to blue. So this was still part of this whole area. We're ready for this low to be broken. Once we saw this low broken and all our candles started turning into our downward position candles, waited a bit longer for a nice retracement. Got this retracement right back up to our trend line, which was perfect, and then turned right back into our candles going down. Did take this trade. Again, it was a short trade because we had the moving average right here. It just, everything looked so nice with our entry. This turned red right down here. Our other indicator was pointing down, and our squeeze indicator was on a red path. So we took it right down below the previous low. Took it for a quick 10 ticks because we put our target right above the moving average. Got out here with 10 ticks before it did a small reversal. Again, we could have stayed in the trade, but we're very conservative in trades. Once we have money in our hands, we don't usually give it back. So we got out here, and again, if we would have stayed, we would have got a lot more. But after the break of our moving average, and seeing that again we didn't penetrate our trend line, it was still in a downward position. Everything was still red. It went from that little green area back to red, right down here. And also, again, this started pointing down again, so it went from flat to a pointing down, and our main indicator, our fire off short indicator, went to a complete red line in here. We did decide to take another trade, and we took a continuation short right off the last candle, and did that for about 18 ticks until we saw another reversal candle over here. Once we saw that, we got out. Again, we could have stayed in and got another 5-6 ticks out of it, but once we see that, it usually tells us that we are going to start reversing shortly. The move was very nice. Again, right below the moving average. Moving average was red all the way throughout. Never changed back to blue, so it was a safe bet. Got about 51 ticks here on the Russell today. Again, then it just went flat. You can see the chop zone. You can see our indicators just going red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, which tells us it's a chop zone. There is no direction in the trade. Again, once we see that, we don't take trades. We did put our trend line in to see what it does, if there's going to be any breaks. All our indicators went flat. as you can see right here. And our main indicator went flat as well, our squeeze indicator. The other indicators, or special indicators, did not, did register some reds, but again, the trend line was in place, so there was no use taking that. Went through the rest of the day. Not too much real movement. Again, the moving average was holding on a low position. Did have a bit of a move down here, but it was still flat right across here. It did not move down for our entry. There was a nice break of this area. We did not take that trade. The lows were not broken. As you can see, we still had a low here, so we didn't take that trade. Went right back up to the moving average, and again at 4 o'clock we don't take any trades at all. So when you see all these pop-ups for longs and shorts, that usually tells you that this is a chop zone. You want to get a direction before you get into any of these trades. Again, 51 ticks on the Russell today. Very good day. Didn't get into any trouble today. Didn't look for any trouble. It was just straight trend trades. Had our trend lines in place, had our moving averages crossing nicely, colors crossing nicely, had our indicators put on, worked beautifully on the reversals, and we got out unscathed on that one. Going over to our other instruments, we didn't take any trades on the Dow today at all. It was just kind of wishy-washy for us, so we didn't get any good signals out of it. Did take one trade early on the Nasdaq, which worked out fine. It was a move up to the moving average. We did get our signal pop through here. Everything turned our color for a short. The reason we didn't take it over here is because we're waiting for a nice clear back up to our area. We didn't get that, and if you can see, we'll put this in here for an area of resistance. There's our trend line. We didn't get any pops to the trend line at all, so it didn't even go through our moving average. So we didn't really have a clear entry at this point. So we kind of stayed back, waited for the moving average to see how it behaves. Now over here we got a beautiful V formation that went right up to the trend line, came back down, turned all red again, moved below our moving average, waited for a full candle to stay our color. Everything was red, everything was pointing down. Our main indicator also popped off with a red signal. It was a great entry over here. We got in right below the low and took it down for about 14 ticks. As you can see, we fired off a couple of reversal candles over here. So again, we could have stayed around for another 3 or 4 or 5 ticks. But once we get that, we got out of the trade. 14 ticks on the Nasdaq. Again, not too many trades. It went flat after that. But 4 trades overall today. No losers. One okay 23 tick winner. Everything else was kind of short trades just to get in and out and get what we can out of it. And that was basically the story. So this is the story from the live trading room today. Again, guys, we'll see you all tomorrow. It's just our regular daily recap. Did pretty good, about 51 ticks plus 14, about 65 ticks overall today on June 18th. We'll see you guys all tomorrow in the room. We'll try to do the same. All right, everyone. Bye-bye for now.